This is natural disaster to show off, and I just wanted to air out real quick. This is gonna be the first video I post on Facebook that I post on YouTube, on this YouTube page that doesn't have anything to do with sports. But even though sports has gotten us talking about it or whatever, actions in sports that have gotten us talking about it. But I had posted a video from YouTube on Twitter just a couple days ago or whatnot, and there was this running conversation after I posted this video about it was a white guy that was basically breaking down the Colin Kaepernick situation, and he happens to support Colin's movement. So that's what was on the video. So another white guy decided to hit me up on Twitter, and he was talking to me about the situation. And I hope, first of all, I pray to God that you guys can start to gain knowledge and understanding, not by experience, because I wouldn't wish the experiences that we have had on anyone, but to gain it by imagination, meaning put yourself in our shoes, picture yourself picture yourself losing a loved one to a traffic stop. Picture yourself losing someone you're close to a traffic stop, a normal traffic stop in which that person did nothing wrong. Picture someone in your family being pulled over and killed without posing any threat. Picture someone who looks exactly like you dying because of what they look like. See, the thing about it is, we've been profiled this whole time, this is our whole lives. I get profiled right now, classified as a drug dealer. And I don't sell drugs, I'm at work right now. And when I leave work, I'm gonna be at home with my kids every single day. But I could be at any gas station or any store, and a person will look at me and say, "Hey man, you got some weed for sale?" Because of maybe how I dress or how I look, or whatever the case may be, or the color of my skin. I guess they think that we all potheads. I don't even smoke weed. But I digress. As a black man who has been arrested for a failure to appear on a court date that hadn't even came yet, I want everybody to understand that we're not asking for anything more than what the Constitution promises. That every man is created equal. That Pledge of Allegiance that we hold our hand across our heart and we stand up and we recognize at the end of it, it says, with liberty and justice for all. Justice is all that we're asking. That's all we're asking for. That's all that Colin Kaepernick is asking for. These people are being murdered in the streets by people that we pay their salaries. Our tax dollars that get snatched out of our check. We get jacked as soon as our check comes. Or as soon as our check is processed, we get jacked so that we can pay these people to murder us. Get a vacation. Take his family somewhere. Because he gets a paid vacation. And if you look at these videos, these guys have zero remorse, like it's just part of a job to end someone's life. If you're watching these videos, they have zero remorse. We're not just, it's not, see, the thing about it is people want to say it's black versus white, and it's not. It's not even blacks versus cops. It's blacks versus dirty cops. And it needs to be addressed in every conversation. People are talking about what the protest is. The actual thing that he's doing, or that these guys now, it's guys, are doing, rather than talking about the reason that they are doing it. See, the destination is more important than the trip to those who want to analyze this situation. Everybody's talking about the protest, but nobody's talking about why they're protesting. And that just makes us feel even more left out, because obviously this situation has gotten to a point that it's making us feel some type of way. We don't feel protected at all. We're afraid, like we see a cop and we automatically assume like it's a safe bet to assume that it's a dirty cop. And that's how we feel. And the thing about it is, we put everybody in these boxes. And I heard our president refer to African Americans, and this, that, and the third. If we're all in this together, if you want to impress us, refer to us as Americans. See, you put us in a box so you can target us. And if we all in this together, the only time we have togetherness is when something bad happens. 9/11, the wars, the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan. How come we can't come together and just be one people? You preach one nation under God. That's what you preach. That doesn't happen until we become one people. This is real life. You can't sit here and tell me that y'all don't have a problem with a hate group. A group of people that have been taught and live hatred. It's okay for them to protest over a statue, but for these football players football players and basketball players and sports players with an actual platform, for them to protest for a life, to save lives, is wrong. How do you do the math on that? It'll never be 100% fair. It'll never be 100% even. But when it comes to the law, when it comes to equal rights, we deserve that. You know, when I say it'll never be 100% fair, there are white men who make more money than other white men to do the same job. There are white men who get better consideration than other white men to do the job. It's not a race thing. In the eyes of the law, there's a person. There should be a person, and there should be equal rights, equal punishment, equal consequences for things that we might do. That's all I got, y'all. Show off.